All right, so this is the Telesin Master Grip for the S26 Ultra. I am filming in a super bright place to show you that the ND filter that it comes with actually works. But this grip is really special. It's not just a gimmick, and it's not just a shutter button like most of the other grips out there. This actually has multiple buttons and a dial wheel right here, and the ability to zoom in and out. It's very customizable in its own app, and it also has functionality within the Samsung camera app as well. And not only does it come with the grip, which is very high quality, it's aluminum alloy with pleather, and then it has a high quality hand strap as well. It also comes with this flash right here, which is pretty cool, and it connects to the phone with Bluetooth as well. And the flash also functions like a normal camera flash. So when you press the shutter button, this will go off as well. And then the cool thing about the flash is that you can flip it up so that you can do, you know, some selfie shots with good lighting. So I did open this box already off camera, but I want to show you guys exactly what you get in the box. Of course, the first thing you're gonna see is this case for the S26 Ultra, and then it has the open cutouts. It does come with this attachment, which is an ND filter, which is really good for shooting in light, bright conditions. So then of course you do have a baggie branded Telesin. You get this flash right here that is also a Bluetooth remote shutter, but it also works in combination with the grip, which you will see later on in the video. So that is cool as well. And of course you get a cable to charge the device itself. This right here is the main star of the show. So this is the Telesin Master Grip for the S26 Ultra. Of course, it is MagSafe capable. So on the back side, you can put the flash on it and it sticks. And then you can also use other MagSafe accessories. So if you wanted to like shoot with the SSD and, you know, record directly onto that, if your phone is capable of that, you can do that. The S26 Ultra can do that. And then you can also do different things like power banks. But the grip itself is wirelessly charging. As you can see the symbol right here, it does have a 3200 milliamp battery built into the grip, and this button at the bottom is to turn it on, and you can press it to see how much battery is left. 2 circles are filled, which means it's like half battery, and then USB-C to charge the grip itself. At the bottom, you do have the threading for the typical tripod mount, so you can actually put this on a tripod using this, but you can also mount it on your tripod if you have a MagSafe mount like I do. For example, something like this, I use this on my tripods all the time because MagSafe is just easier. You can actually put it on like that, so now you can easily mount your phone with the grip. Right, so to use the grip, you do need to use MagSafe to stick it on the back of the phone. Unfortunately, the S26 Ultra does not have magnets built into the phone itself, so you do have to use a case, or, you know, you can use the MagSafe rings if you can somehow stick it to the back of the phone, but that is very hard. So it does come with this case, which is really high quality and nice. The case has a kickstand in it, so if you're just using your phone normally, it has some utility there. There's a lot of protection, and the buttons are easily accessible with these cutouts, and then even at the bottom, the USB port is very accessible, and then it has MagSafe. But basically, you just put the phone inside the case, and then you're MagSafe enabled, and then boom, the grip is ready to go. And this is how it looks. Definitely gives that vibe of using a real camera. The grip does have a thumb rest right here, which is also nice for ergonomics, and it feels very comfortable to hold. The grip is actually, you know, big enough and easy to press the button. This is, like I said, one of the better kinds of products within this category. And then the case does have this ND filter slot. Hopefully they build out this ecosystem and add more things like telephoto lenses and stuff like that. That'd be super cool. But the case does have ND filter that you can slide out like that. It uses a combination of magnets, and then there is a sliding mechanism, if you can see right here on the camera. There's like a groove and it slides in. It's really nice and easy to take off and put on, and it also is pretty secure. It's not gonna just fall off. Walking around the grip a little bit more, you do have multiple buttons and levers and a dial. For the main button, this is a 2-stop shutter button, so you press it down slightly to focus, and then you can press it again to take a photo. You can customize the circle button and the FN button, and then the dial as well in the app. You can use this to switch between your camera modes or filters, and same with this one. And then you can also use the buttons to customize what the dial does as well. And then you have this lever right here to zoom in, and it is connected to my phone right now, so as you can see, I can zoom in, so that's pretty cool. And this is in the native camera app, which I'll show you later on in the video. So with this setup, obviously you can press the button to take a photo. To turn it on, you just press and hold it slightly, and then it will blink green to tell you that it's on. But to use it, you go into the camera app. You can do the base Samsung camera app for now. Let's do that. So yeah, obviously you can press the shutter button and it will take the photo. So if you just press it all the way down, boom, And this is in the Samsung camera app. We're gonna get into the Reef Color app very soon. And then with the dial, you can actually customize it. But here, the dial will just kind of switch between the camera modes. It doesn't like fully support the Samsung camera app. But the cool part is that this right here, this lever to zoom in and out, actually controls the zoom in the Samsung camera app as well. So you can actually zoom across all your cameras very easily and then press the button. And this is a 2-stage shutter button, so you press it down slightly, it will focus, even in the Samsung camera app, which I really love. So let's zoom into these birds right here. Let's get a 10x shot, slightly press to focus. And let's just take a picture of the water over here. So this is with the ND filter on. All right, so now let's talk about the camera app. This is the Telesin Reef Color camera app. It looks like a typical camera app on the surface, but then on the right side, you do have your manual controls. You can adjust the ISO, the shutter speed. You can adjust the white balance as well with the slider right here. You can adjust the metering and all that, but you can also put it on auto. So you can slide through the focus to get it right manually if you want, or just leave it on auto. At the bottom, you can switch between video and photo, and it is capable of shooting up to 4K 60 FPS. I do wish they gave us the ability to shoot in 24 FPS, but 4K 30 and 4K 60 are more than enough for most use cases. And you can also go here and change the aspect ratio as well. So you can do 16:9 like normal, but by default, it shoots in 4:3. And then you can turn on the grid, level, the flash. But the main thing about this camera app, the main attraction I feel like, is these camera filters right here. So this is the Leica M, and if you tap each filter, you can adjust like how intense it is. So like if you like the colors of a filter but you don't want it to be too crazy or too intense, then you can adjust it on the slider. Then you have the Polaroid filter, which you can swap through different kinds of, Polaroid filters. Personally, one of my favorites. And then it does have a look to it as well, which kind of mimics like that bright contrasty Polaroid look. The EOS filter, the faded filter, and then the dye filter. So each of these camera filters are made to be for specific kinds of styles, and you do have the ability to use all your cameras in this app. So this is the ultra wide, 1x, and then telephoto camera. So you can actually customize the different functions, like I said. So for the dial, you can make it adjust the exposure, switch filters, filter intensity, switch shooting mode, adjust the ISO, adjust the shutter speed, and you can also do fast exposure adjustment. And then you have the FN key, so you can make it switch between filters. So the FN key basically controls what the dial does, and it allows you to switch the functionality of the dial from the default function that you set it to in the other menu, or whatever you choose here. So that's pretty cool. You can have 2 different things for the dial on the fly. And then the wake up key, this is the circle key. You can switch shooting mode. So like from photography to videography, you can switch cameras, and you can also switch focal lengths quickly. So that's pretty cool. And then you can also adjust the snap sound, because it is a vintage camera app. So of course there's a focus on that vintage sound and feeling. So you can adjust that or turn it completely off if you want to. For the ring light, if I just grab the ring light right here and turn it on. So for the ring light, you turn it on and connect it. By default, the light is on, but you can actually turn it off, and then it becomes a flash shutter. So if I press this down all the way, it will act like a regular camera shutter, which is pretty cool. You can actually customize how this light works with the shutter button. So if we go right here, then you can adjust the brightness of it. You can adjust the flash duration, because you know how like when you press the shutter down, it will flash. Sometimes it might be too long, or sometimes it might be too short, depending on what you're trying to go for. So you can actually adjust that, and then you can use it as a flash, that's what it is by default. But then you can also change it to a fill light so that it's always on, which is also pretty cool. And you can change the temperature of it as well. You do have a bunch of cool customization for all the things that it comes with. The light itself is also a remote shutter, so you can actually press this button right here to take a photo, and then you can turn on the light on and off if you want. You can also adjust the brightness of it on the device itself, in addition to being able to digitally alter it in the app. So pretty cool functionality within the app, and I think you can actually do a lot of creative things, especially with the manual controls. Being able to adjust, your exposure and your shutter speed and FPS on the fly using the FN key to switch between those things is really cool. See, I'm swapping between the different cameras. Really cool. And there were some more cameras as well, like FSA, Hasselx, and FMC. But basically, if you buy this product, you should definitely mess around with all the cameras and different settings, because you can get some really creative shots. Like even just looking at this right here through this screen recording, I feel like this looks pretty sick. I'm actually going to take this picture. Do this one. I think the camera app is actually pretty cool, and there is a lot that you can do with it, but Personally, I feel like I like the look of the, Samsung's natural algorithms. But sometimes I actually do like the filters within the camera app. So I might actually use those filters for specific situations. If I'm doing like landscape and like taking pictures of nature and stuff like that, I probably would just use Samsung's built-in camera app and even Expert RAW and, go from there. I think this is a good setup just to go and shoot, especially with this strap right here that you can put on your wrist. And then, if you drop your phone, it's strong enough to hold it because the magnets are really strong. Let me just go out and, shoot with this setup, put on that ND filter and have fun.
Alright, so in this section of the video, I'm going to be showing you photos and video samples that I took within the Reef Color app, the proprietary app that you use with the camera grip. As I mentioned earlier, it has many different filters and many different camera simulations, and I think all of them look really good, and like you can get different kinds of styles of photos and videos even. You'll see videos at the end. But when it comes to using the ND filter with the S26 Ultra, you do have to make sure you adjust your settings accordingly. Like for example, in the S26 Ultra camera settings, I recommend downloading Camera Assistant and turning off auto lens switch when you're using the ND filter, is that when there's not enough light, the phone will automatically switch to the main camera to use that instead of using the actual 5x zoom camera that it has. So quality can look not that good. As you can see with some of these shots, there's not a lot of detail in the images. And then I also recommend shooting in pro mode or using the Reef Color app for most photography settings, because the default mode in the default camera app just doesn't know how to handle using the ND filter. You could also use Expert RAW to mess around with that. Overall though, I think the camera app can produce some cool creative shots with good amount of detail as well if you know what you're doing and you adjust your settings properly. The shooting experience with the grip is very ergonomic and comfortable to use, and I love the two-stage shutter button, the dial, and all the ways that you can customize it to make it fit your workflow and just make shooting so much better. And lastly, I do like that you can apply filters to the video output when you shoot in the Reef Color app. I think it's really cool to have this Polaroid filter around the video. I know it's very simple, you could probably do this yourself with post edits, but I think it's really cool that you can get this straight out the camera. For this filter, it only works in 1080p, and then for the other ones I shot in 4K, and the detail actually looks really good with the stylistic coloring and white balance and all that stuff that the filters do. I think there's a lot of potential even with the video side of this app and the camera grip. But let me know what you think about all these samples in the comments below.
So the cool thing about this whole setup is that you can use it with any phone. So right now I'm actually using it with the Oppo Find N6, and it's a pretty good experience on this phone as well, even though it's not made exactly for this phone. This is made for the S26 Ultra.
So this is the Oppo Find N6, the phone that I'm daily driving right now, and I am using it to shoot this portion of the video, and it's pretty sick. I'm also using the flashlight that it comes with as the control so that I can press the shutter button while being behind the camera like this. And of course with the foldable phone, you do have the external screen as a viewfinder, which is really cool. So combined with this grip, you do have a lot of flexibility even with other phones that are not necessarily the S26 Ultra.
But the versatility is still really nice because of how you can use it with any device. Yeah, right now I'm actually using the light that it comes with, the flash, and I'm using it as a fill light, recording in the Oppo Find N6's built-in camera app, and I think it still looks pretty sick. And the way that the light kind of separates you from the background, it's very bright, it's very adjustable, even with other devices when I'm not using my S26 Ultra as well. But yeah, that has been this video. This has been the Telesin Master Grip for the S26 Ultra, and using the Reef Color app as well alongside it. Let me know what you think about this product. Personally, I think this product is really cool. Shout out to Telesin for sending this to me and letting me test it out. Look forward for more content on the way. We out. Peace.